ladies and gentlemen, is this shaping up to be a new rivalry? Team Secret versus Virtus.Pro here in a best-of-5 series, the semifinals of DotaPit coming up. And of course, well, game number 3 already getting underway. We're into the draft here, and I gotta say, these first 2 games have been absolutely phenomenal. Well, the first game, pretty big edge going to Virtus.Pro. They took it quickly. Game number 2, a bit more even, keeled, but in the end, Team Secret, they take it. Now game number 3, the draft is underway, and as always, thank you so much for joining us here on DotaPit. My name is Mott. With me today is our Statsman Mott Packs, and of course F4L. We are going to jump into the draft quickly. We'll see how things do shape out. F4L, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. That last game was pretty interesting. I actually underestimated, I think, a little bit of Team Secret's potential to clear out those illusions, because I did end up buying a Dagon 5 on the Elder Titan, and then the Glimpse I didn't realize actually removes one of the illusions, so they had a bit more potential of dealing with the Naga, and then they hit their timing window fairly well with the Terrorblade. It was a bit scary there for a second when they got almost team wiped and then gave away a Roshan, but they ended up pulling it out in the end, so a strong performance last game by Secret. Looks like they are going to get the Elder Titan again in this particular game. And they actually second pick the Ember Spirit, which is sort of interesting to me. Not a hero we typically see being second picked, especially in the Western scene.
Not really one of the heroes that we see Secret play too often. They've played it occasionally. The only time I've had a chance to see it was when S4 played it in this very tournament in the group stages. It might have been against one of the teams like My Insanity. I can't really remember. It's been a while, but of course they did go down in that game, and I'm not sure if Ember Spirit is going to work out for them. I'll have to wait and see. Still a very solid hero. Again, you talked about the Night Stalker for Virtus.Pro, and live or die by the Elder Titan. I guess live or die by the Night Stalker. Now, I do want to point out, you made a very good point talking about the Naga Siren in that last game, and the team fight specifically that Virtus.Pro almost got back in the game with. Despite the fact that they lost that game, there were a lot of good things that you could look at from Virtus.Pro's side and say, hey, listen, we can hang with these guys. Not only that, but they took them to 5 games in the Captain's Draft Tournament for Dota Cinema yesterday. So these 2 teams, no strangers to one another. This is shaping up to be an amazing rivalry, I'd say.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good series. I expect it to either go, well, obviously it's going to at least go 4 games, but I think we'll have a 5-game series here. And will we see the team with Night Stalker winning yet again? The hero actually in team fights is completely ridiculous, removing all that enemy vision and making it extremely difficult to, find people, cast your spells correctly. It's just such an annoying hero to play against right now.
The thing that I find absurd is that nighttime duration crippling fear level 1, 5 seconds. That is a very long duration silence. And the first night, you get a silence on somebody, I mean, they're more than likely either going to not contribute into the team fight or just dead in general. So with a hero that, with the Night Stalker, with the Ancient Apparition, with the Ogre Magi, they have some Genki heroes. And Ember Spirit, well, he falls, pretty quickly when it comes to silences. You've got to be careful, I'd say.
Yeah, silences are definitely the bane of Ember's existence. Yeah, a very squishy hero, especially in the early game. And honestly, he tends to not build too many defensive items. Sometimes we'll see a Lincoln's, maybe even a Manta. But his early item progression probably not going to be so defensive. So this silence is going to be pretty crucial. Although I expect in this game with playing against the Night Stalker that he will actually opt for a Manta first, possibly.
Yeah, that's the build that we've seen occasionally. And with mixed results, I'd say. Manta style is certainly not a bad item, but you like other items on the hero a little bit more.
Like Battle Fury, Daedalus, stuff like that.
Let me just get all that damage that I possibly can get, and, well, maybe not this game. Well, Centaur Warrunner picked up for Secret. Virtus.Pro grabbed the Jakiro. On the other side, for the bans, it was a Mirana, and of course the puppy-targeted Dazzle ban as well, and you could even say the puppy-targeted Mirana ban too, so...
This Luna ban is pretty interesting to me. It's not a hero that we've actually seen too much.
Sort of synergizes with Night Stalker for like the 5 seconds that Eclipse is up, I guess.
I mean, I suppose so. At level 16, I guess Eclipse lasts like 5 or 6 seconds
man,
or something.
It's those little synergies, man. I wonder what the Luna Night Stalker win rate is. We talked about the Bane Enigma in the first game. Mop
Yeah,
packs,
well, I
buddy.
mean, when those heroes were in their prime, they're
Reserve
actually
time.
both quite strong.
Oh,
So
absolutely. No doubt about it. Luna
it
was...
probably wouldn't be too surprising to have quite a high win rate.
Dude, I'm surprised that Luna's fallen so out of favor. Like, I've seen her a couple of times in 6.82. I've yet to see her in 6.83.
Yeah, the hero just has some
Virtus.Pro's
functional
turn to
issues. Like,
ban.
if you start losing your lane, it's very easy to just constantly get ran at and just feed
Functional
for the
issues
entire game.
Functional issues is a really nice way of putting, like, you've got some major problems.
Yeah.
10
It's just
seconds
like
remaining.
the hero is too susceptible. So sure, I
5
think you can
seconds
snowball with the
remaining.
hero, and really like take over the game, get all the outer towers, all 6
Reserve
towers, sort of
time.
like what LGD Int used to do, how they used to run Luna. But running it in the standard carry fashion is just not the way you want to play the hero. And with every game going to the late game, she's a really strong 6-slot carry, but not too good with 2 or 3 items. So she definitely might have her place, but I don't think it's in this meta right now.
No. Maybe someday Ice Frog will bless her with some gracious nerfs, but until that day comes, she was in the meta for a long period of time. It's not necessarily a bad thing that she's out of the meta. We see less and less of, heroes like Batrider as well. So we're getting away from the old meta and we're getting into new hero territory, which is quite nice. And for now, we see heroes like Disruptor and Jakiro get picked up for both of these squads, and I'm certainly not going to complain about that. Team Secret, they seem to be on the forefront of trying out new heroes, trying out new strategies. Them and Evil Geniuses, although Evil Geniuses have had a bit of a downturn recently. I hope Artur's in the chat. He was flaming me earlier, and I'm going to flame him right back. So,
do you think this is going to be a support Elder Titan, or are we going to see that offlane Elder Titan with the safe lane Centaur this game? Or will we see an offlane Centaur and then a support Elder Titan? Because I know that,
Reserve time.
it's sort of 2 no-tail heroes, right?
the thing is,
I'm sure Puppy plays Disruptor, but
yeah, that's true. That is a good
Virtus.Pro's
point.
turn to pick.
I think Puppy has a big enough hero pool that they could get away with the dual support. I don't know if Misery plays a lot of Centaur. I imagine he does. I think he played it yesterday. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm more inclined to believe that they go for Disruptor Elder Titan support, but Misery Elder Titan last game was absurd, so it could go either way, honestly. Man, that's a cop-out answer, but that's what I'm thinking.
I think they're going to pick a key. Maybe it depends on what VP pick, actually. It allows them a lot of flexibility
5
that they can have
seconds
multiple
remaining.
options in how they lane this and how they, set their heroes up. So it's actually going to be a Death Prophet. I think Virtus.Pro are one of the better teams at actually using the Death Prophet in the scene.
They went to Costco for this 5th pick, Death Prophet. Yes, I will buy that on sale, please. I would very much like that Death Prophet pick. They get it done. Tower
It
pressure.
is a hero that pretty much never gets banned anymore. And it's going to do quite well in the mid lane if it is up against that Ember Spirit. Yep, it's going to be a support Venge.
There it is. Support bench coming out. Disruptor for no tail. Misery offlane Elder Titan. Why fix something that isn't broke? And Misery's Elder Titan that last game was phenomenal, I'd say. So,
Yeah, it was quite good and impressive. So it looks like we are going to see this Death Prophet versus Ember Spirit in the mid lane. I think Death Prophet definitely has a significant advantage early in the laning phase with the constant spam. I mean, you can just constantly right-click Ember. She's a high base damage, good animation, going to be able to get pretty much all the CS she wants and make Ember struggle just a little bit.
no.
Unless it's going to be it's not going to be a safe lane Ember. There's no way Centaur's mid. It's going to be safe lane
I think that was
Centaur.
the last time they ran it, though.
10
It was a safe
seconds
lane Ember.
remaining.
But I don't think that's going to be. I think you're right. They have. I'm just
seconds
trying to say
remaining.
they've ran it before in that regard. So,
It actually looks like VP are they have a safe lane Night Stalker, so that's kind of interesting.
maybe aggro try? BZZ's heading top currently.
Whoa.
Aggro
Prepare
try
for battle.
against, what do they have? No, I think this is good. I think against a Disruptor, I'm not sure if he's the best defensive tri-lane support against an aggro try.
I wouldn't you don't want to aggro tri-lane with a hero that is so experience dependent. Yeah, it's definitely.
Maybe dual
Is
links?
it an aggro tri-lane? Oh, it
Who
might
knows, man?
actually be.
Maybe
I'm
he's
just a
just
little
contesting the
concerned
room.
because Night Stalker is such a level dependent hero, and when you have an aggressive tri-lane, if the lane doesn't go well for you, you're going to be extremely under-leveled, and Night Stalker is not a hero that comes back into the game once he gets under-leveled.
The one thing that I also am not a big fan of is the fact that Night Stalker before the first night is fodder. He doesn't provide much. Void's damage is okay,
30 seconds to battle.
but obviously the duration is what you're looking for in terms of the slow to chase down heroes, and Hunter in the Night obviously giving you that extra bit of a boost in terms of combat ability. However, Ogre Magi and Jotum on the Ancient Apparition, especially like Chilling Touch, they can maybe buff up the hero.
I mean, they
to a certain
definitely have a
extent.
lot of kill potential, but I'm just saying if they don't find the kills in this lane and, you know, if secrets start getting these pulls off,
The
it
battle
could just end up
begins.
slowly being a disaster for them because they won't get the levels necessary onto this Night Stalker.
What I
That's
do-
generally why we see him mid. He's not like an exceptional laner. He
No,
just
no.
needs the levels.
Yeah. But what I do like is the fact that they know that Sidoi, who had a really rough time in the offlane last time, they give him a solo lane now up against a solo Elder Titan.
Yeah, he should do quite well in this lane.
And no more feeding. Sidoi has had it. He's annoyed. This is, I think, the third game in a row he's played this hero, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. We'll see if he comes out on top again. So game number 2 getting underway. For Virtus.Pro, you've got Yol playing your Ogre Magi in this top lane with the aggro tri-lane. Jotum playing the Ancient Apparition. BZZ on the Night Stalker. We will have in the mid lane currently G or God playing the Death Prophet. Down bottom it is Sidoi playing your Jakiro, and that'll round out your Virtus.Pro CIS lineup.
And on the Dire side, for Secret in the safe lane, we're going to have Kuroki playing the Centaur War Runner. It's going to be Puppy on the Vengeful Spirit, and Big Daddy No Tail once again on this Disruptor. With, I must say, one of the ugliest looking mounts I've ever
Oh,
seen.
you don't like that? Oh,
No,
man.
I don't. I think all the mounts for Disruptor are ugly.
No, that's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah, I said I think.
Oh, Chilling Touch, are they going to make it go? Oh, they thought about it. And they just realized they didn't have range because Yol's Fire Blast level 1. That's the problem, man. You need Ignite level 1 if you're going to try to fight this.
S4 in the mid lane on
Oh,
this
is
Ember
BZZ
Spirit.
dead? He is maybe in trouble. Magic Missile. Again, I cut you off at first blood, but BZZ is going to fall, and it's going to be Puppy getting the first blood there as BZZ stayed a bit too long, and that's not good.
Yeah, that just can't happen actually in that lane. Like I mean, like I was talking about. And in the bottom lane, we're gonna have Sidoi on the Jakiro in this 1v1 matchup up against Misery on the Elder Titan.
Misery is low, to say the very least.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling in this lane.
Picks up a double damage. That would be nice any other time if he had like a salve, but he doesn't have one. So I guess for Secret, you know, this is going well for them. However, you do look at G, he is getting a lot of CS. Night Stalker is still doing well despite getting killed early on, and bottom lane is going as expected, I guess, for Virtus.Pro Sidoi.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose they are having the highest farmers on the CSing charts, so they are keeping down this center, which is pretty important. It actually looks like Puppy's getting the majority of the last hits in this lane. And once it hits night at 4 minutes, this is going to be a very scary aggro tri-lane. But like I said, they are losing out on experience onto BZZ.
And BZZ will not be at super ganky potential.
Oh,
like you see him on the
Mystery
mid lane.
might be in trouble.
The Liquid Fire, will it take him down?
Yeah, he's
And it's dead. Lethal damage coming in from the Liquid Fire gets the kill, and Sidoi able to pick up one, and that just dominates that lane for him. He was already winning in CS, and now he gets a kill on top of it. He'll be able to CS under his tower. No experience going the way. Meanwhile, top lane, Kinetic Field, Magic Missile onto BZZ. Fire Blast going in. Ignite, no till. Not going to get cold feet. It doesn't matter. He's dead anyways. Double Stomp from Kuroki coming through. Body blocks. Puppy now in trouble.
Die as well.
Puppy's going to go down. Double kill for Yol, and now the levels are going to start to come. Level 3 for BZZ. TP coming in now from yet another hero. It's a re-rotation from Big Daddy No Tail. Kuroki's too tanky for them to take down. They might get Jotum on the back end. Kinetic Field, and Yol is going to leave him to die. And then he definitely should. Double Edge is going to come out, and Kuroki does get one kill. 2-for-1 exchange. Virtus.Pro will take that all day, every day, as they get a bit of gold going the way of Yol, and a couple of levels as well.
Pretty nice from VP. So they're actually winning all 3 of these lanes right now. So you can't ask for anything more than that. I was a little concerned that they weren't going to get quite enough levels on this Night Stalker. He is only level 3, but it is currently working out quite nicely for them.
And the lanes are really just, in terms of CS, like you talked about, it's not going Secret's way.
So
S4,
he actually goes for face boots.
which hero?
Sidoi on the Jakiro.
Well, why not?
Usually we say Tranquils, but
Extra
You know, when
damage.
you're in a 1v1 like this, you can actually just liquid fire and then dual breath him and right click him down with face.
Does this change your build?
Pretty
Does this
strong.
change the Yule's build? Does he go for another item in this situation, or does he stay the course?
No. I think you still go Yule's. Yule's is just the best item on Jakiro by far. It sets up all of your other spells and gives you a lot of additional kill potential.
Keeps you alive too. But no. Guys, if you are playing
Dire's
in
bottom
say around
tower is
3k
under
matchmaking, maybe even lower than that, just build Yule Scepter on a couple of these really good heroes, Puck and Jakiro specifically. You'll win the game,
Dire's
I
bottom
promise.
tower is under
Well, maybe
attack.
not Puck. Because if you're 3k, you might forget to use it on yourself.
Damn, dude. We're not here to flame the players. We're here
I
to
just
cast
messed it.
Dota.
It does look
TPD's
like they are going to make...
You're just a bit salty because of your last night's endeavors in matchmaking. Sadoy is going to get jumped on. Ice Path, Flame Guard, but good rotation from Yule. Stops the aggression. However, S4 Haste Rune, are you kidding me? Come on. Remnant comes in just to get out. He will jaunt away. And he's going to make it out. Easy kill for S4 with the Haste Rune because, you know, he just gets those runes. And Misery is hammering home on Yule. Stick up. Fire Blast. The right time, and Misery can't get the kill.
Dire's middle
And he has to
tower
back
is
away.
under attack.
Yeah, that was the only rune that actually gets him a kill there.
My
Yul
God.
is... Okay, he's barely going to survive that Astral Spirit.
Tango saved
Yeah.
his freaking life.
A nice play there by S4, though, to buy a TP on the courier after he gets the 4-minute haste rune, and then the second he hits 6, he just TPs to the bottom lane, and they get a nice pick off onto this Jakiro, who is getting pretty out of control in this safe lane.
I want to ask you, do you know what perfect CS is at 10 minutes? By the way, I'm curious.
It's 82.
82, and currently at 42 for G.
Yeah, G's actually having a phenomenal game in this mid lane in terms of CS.
So
42 at 6 minutes is
Yeah, pretty good.
quite good.
I don't know if he'll hit 82. I'm pretty sure he's missed a creeper or two, but he's going to get up there. Assuming
He's
everything-
missed... He's about 7 CS off, I think, perfect right now.
That's pretty damn good. That is a lot of
Dire's
creeps going his way,
structures are fortified.
which will provide him a pretty quick Yule. He already has phase. Bottom lane, TP rotations. Misery trying to deny the tower. Oh, the attack's
he actually
slow.
gets it.
He does get it, though. That staple gun coming in handy. S4 looking for... Nope, Sadoy, and there's the glimpse back in. Magic Missile, and 4 heroes just for Jakiro, but that Jakiro is very high value. And Secret have to find these kills because they're certainly not finding the farm.
Yeah, I actually think VP are in a decent spot right now, just because of how farm G is getting in this lane. Sure, they've killed the Jakiro twice, but that bottom tower is now gone for Secret, so that's going to open up the map a little bit. And once G gets level 11, I think they're going to be in a hard place.
And he's actually going
just
right
getting
on
right
S4.
clicked.
The phase boots, the null tally, and the brace are coming into play. G can't secure the kill, but he gets as close as possible to making...
I thought
S4's
G
life
was going to
miserable.
pop the Exorcism there, actually. Because even if he forces the Remnant out, he's going to do a tremendous amount of damage to this tower.
Maybe he saw no tail. Not that he's really scared of the Disruptor, but...
He can fight. He can fight like 2 or 3 heroes right now.
Does he have max Witchcraft? No, 1 point away from it. Kuroki has done a very good job of making sure he's not getting dove. Level 4 coming out for both VP supports despite being in an aggro tri-lane. They are a couple of trees away from killing Kuroki right now. BZZ does
Dire's
not see
top
him.
tower
Kuroki's
is
going to
under
walk out.
attack.
TP rotation. There's the Exorcism. Stomp on a Jotum coming in. More TPs coming through from Secret. S4 Flame Guard going in, saving his life for the time being, but he gets blown up. He is just dead as hell. They will kill Jotum as well. It's a 1-for-1 exchange.
Kuroki's dead.
G is just going to right-click Kuroki down the urn charge. Stomp goes onto a creep. G gets a double kill. Tower is free for the taking. Will he get it? It's the question. As he has a Crypt Storm to clear the wave, not even needed. On the backside, Void on a No-Tail. No-Tail gets fire blasted. Right-click down. Puppy comes in. Yul might fall, but BZZ is going to continue on just hammering it home. And triple kill for G as well on the back end. 4
Wow,
dead
a
from Secret.
triple kill for
What a
G.
disaster.
G's just going to get out of control. Like, they're not going to be able to deal with him pretty soon. And if we look at the CS from Secret, the VP have dominated these lanes thoroughly. Like, kills might be even right now, but this gold advantage is entirely in CS and that one tower in the bottom lane as well.
If they don't get G here, that would be a travesty. G is... They glimpsed back the kinetic field. They had a couple of heroes right-clicking him down. Magic Missile long ball coming in. Puppy still
gonna
is
get
going to
him.
die, though. The Jakiro dual breath coming in, macro pyre to cut off the path of aggression, but still, they walk right through it. They go for BZZ. Thunderstrike and a right click will kill him, but they miss. Misery can't get there yet. They might lose another hero because they took too long. The Liquid Fire will pick up No Tail. 3 for 2 so far. The fight recap doesn't know what's happening. They deny the tier 1 tower, and this does give some room in the mid lane for S4, who desperately needed it.
Yeah, he desperately needs farm on the Ember Spirit. Only sitting at 22 CS. He does have 3 kills, so he's had a lot of nice roaming plays, especially that first one with the haste rune.
And now, Flame Guard pushing the wave, but Drum done for G, Exorcism down, getting closer and closer to that level 11, that level 2 ultimate. Eul Scepter will be completed shortly after he picks up this drum. In fact, already has 700 gold on top of that. And once you have level 11, and you also have your Eul Scepter, with the amount of farm that Secret has, it's not easy. Although Kuroki's getting close to a Blink Dagger. Pretty good. Pretty good, G. Pretty good.
Pretty good. And I expect to see this mid-tier one falling fairly shortly. As far as actually dead.
And another TP cancel. That was No Tail. He couldn't fight that alone. They might try to find Jot on bottom.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, that's only a support AA. I mean, I suppose at this point you could take what you can get, but they're going to lose this mid tower to the Exorcism being popped. They might actually even continue after this, you know, Liquid Fire the mid tower a couple times.
And I don't know if they have enough. I mean, Blink Stomp's good, but S4 is at least 15 to 20 minutes away from being online unless something miraculous happens. And he's really the only way into the late game, whereas Virtus.Pro have G, who has his level 2 ult soon. BZZ is getting good farm. Darkness is popped.
Like they're actually going to find No Tail here.
He is going to pop the Static Storm. Void actually takes off a third of his health. Silence goes, earns up. Double Remnant coming in. Blink Stomp. This could be the turnaround they're looking for. Sidoi's going to be the first kill. BZZ is going to be the second kill. And Yol getting chased down. Will they get 3? He does stick up. They have a glimpse? I don't believe so, because of course No Tail is dead. That's why they don't have one. And 3 dead on the side of Virtus.Pro. They lose No Tail. A worthy trade. Finally getting back on the board. Secret. They're not out of it yet.
Extremely overconfident by VP, especially the path they took without any vision of any of the heroes on Secret either.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh my, Kuroki. That Observer Ward just paid for itself. And they get the kill. Kuroki is going to get... he has Stampede if he needs to get out, but he seems to be fine. BCC comes in, Stomp coming through, gets canceled by Misery. Courier bringing something. Meanwhile, Puppey does kill G in the top lane. And they're starting to get kills. TP in from Sidoi. This might turn around. S4, Flame Guard, not enough. Sleight of Fist keeps him alive. Can't kill BZZ. Now after Kuroki, Blink Stop. And he gets the kill on the Night Stalker. Cheeky play. He'll fall to Yol, but he's accomplished his mission. Misery backing out. Stomp's available. They have Fire Blast. They have Ignite coming through. Sidoi has Ice Path. They have Dual Breath. But, they juked him. Misery gets away. And he won't chase underneath the tower as Misery got that movement speed buff coming in for the Astral Spirit. He'll throw it out again. Yol's going to get chased down by it, but no follow-up damage coming in from Secret as everyone's still across the map.
Yeah, it seems like VP are throwing just a little bit. It almost feels like they're playing way too overconfident against the Secret lineup, and giving away kills right now is pretty detrimental, especially with such a large advantage that they had. And all they had to do, I think, was just wait for the Exorcism cooldown and regroup as 5, you know, maybe just sit back a little bit, farm their own jungle, get some wards up because they were lacking in the ward department as well, and, you know, just chill for a minute, and then once your cooldowns are up, you can either go for a smoke play or maybe bait someone or even just 5-man push, because at that point, I don't think there's anything Secret could do.
Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. S4 will secure this kill that I thought was going to go and get it out of reach for Secret. Misery's going to get cold feeded up with the Ice Vortex underneath him. They throw out another one, but there's no follow-up. Not yet, anyway. Yul's too far away. G does have Exorcism. He's ready to go. All the Tier 1 towers have been taken, whereas on the other side of things, Secret have yet to take one of those. And they're still really close in net worth right now. In fact, 2,000 down. So it's not out of the reach. It's not out of reach for Secret by any stretch. And it felt like they were getting trashed, just absolutely trashed in this early game.
Illusion!
Yeah, I mean, there were, and this Blink Dagger from Kuroki has been doing amazingly.
Swap out Puppey, Magic Missile, long range, Static Storm onto Yol, but where's the follow-up damage? It might be enough. There's a glimpse back, but where do they have Stomp? Earth Splitter off the mark, coming through. No more follow-up as everyone's just staying on the high ground from Secret. They don't want to over-engage. They know that any one bad engagement can give that much more gold back to Virtus.Pro. And
they still
already
don't
down
have level 6
so.
on Jotum.
That's a byproduct of the aggro tri lane, I think. TP out from S4. He did throw it on the Remnant, so he can jump back in. Kuroki is, by the way, building a 4-staff. He's sitting in the trees currently, unassuming, and everyone rotates bottom for Virtus.Pro. And I think they're going to push the tier 2 with Exorcism now.
Yeah, they got the level 11 onto Death Prophet, and now they've finally decided enough is enough. We're going to go group as 5, push down these tier 2 towers, and they should be able to get this pretty easily, barring some weird team fight, I think.
They're going to instead try to find Yol, but he TP'd out on top of this Observer Ward, so now they know that he's bottom, and if you're Secret, I don't think you fight here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think fighting here would be a huge mistake. It does look like they might be interested, though. You know, if Kuroki can get some heroes on the backline, you know, maybe instantly kill the Ancient Apparition or something, and then Stampede away. Well, he's going to try to come from behind.
It's going to take some time. Darkness goes, Fire Blast S4, and does have Flame Guard, so
I mean,
he doesn't take any
they have
damage.
this really nice placed Observer Ward right here. Although it gives almost no vision right now.
Misery gets silenced up. Magic Missile onto BZZ. Ice Blast connects onto Puppy Hill Fall. Sleight of Fist going. BZZ's low. Swap out. Yol should fall. Stomp onto 2. Jotum is going to fall. Looks like Yol as well. They're turning the tide. Secret looking for more. Now Sidoi getting chased down by Kuroki. Blink Dagger in a couple. Gets canceled, of course, by the Liquid Fire. Doesn't matter. Give him that double edge. Give it to him to the face. Kuroki, Liquid Fire, not going to kill him. 17 HP on the other side. G getting caught out. Static Storm. No Tail coming up big again. Is this a team wipe? Yes. The Thunder Strike comes in, and Secret hold their tier 2 tower. Kuroki, the backline attack, and they get 5 heroes out of the engagement. They deny the tower. That is about 2,000 gold swing, and Kuroki gets most of the gold, and, well, S4 gets a lot of the experience.
Yeah, and that was a really nice defense from Secret. I think VP stayed a little bit too long. The Exorcism, you know, they didn't get out in line with the Exorcism. They kept fighting while Exorcism cooled down, and they ended up paying for it dearly. I mean, we saw Kuroki come from the backlines, blink onto 2 heroes, get a nice 2-hero stomp into Double Edge, instantly kills 2 of their heroes. And this Night Stalker pick actually has not been too effective from VP. He's actually extremely underfarmed. And only level 9 as well.
Do you think that is, of course,
I mean, it's because they aggroed.
Now, Yule Scepter's going to go. That actually does avoid a lot of damage for G, and because he's so fast, he can just run away. But there's the glimpse, the kinetic field, and G is going to fall. No tail again. MVP glimpses. They get 2. Yule's going to be the 3rd. Puppy, he might fall, but it doesn't matter because they're going to try to get more off the back end. Sleight of Fist, S4, silenced up. They get the 4th. Will they get the 5th? Another team wipe. Kuroki, 4-staff. Stomp is up in 1. He's going to get it off, and now S4 going to work as well with the double damage rune. They get all 5 of them. S4 with the double kill. They're going to get the tier 1 tower. Secret are on the warpath, and they've got 2,000 net worth back in their favor. They're starting to lead this game.
Wow. That's another 5-man team fight. They only get the Venge in that fight. Huge plays coming out from No Tail, and really nice glimpse from him setting up that fight.
Nice blast. Ooh, No Tail, look out, buddy. He's getting hit. Fire Blast goes in, Stomp going through as well. They remned it away. G, oh god. Glimpse coming in, S4. Yule Scepter goes up, and he might die as well. Stick, Silence is going to be going. Cryptstorm, right click, not enough yet. They'll try to get him out. They pop the drone charge. G, Cryptstorm misses again. Kuroki, Astral's up. They know where they are. They have Blink Stomp. Stampede in 6. Yule still chasing. Stomp's going to go. Siri Chains as well. Where's the follow-up coming through? It looks like Secret just want to disengage. Virtus.Pro, they've got other ideas. Sidoi comes in, Ice Path with the Yule Scepter. Puppy is going to fall yet again. It looks like Ice Blast off the mark, but the Ignite will take him down. Now jumping in, Kuroki, Blink Stomp. There's the double edge coming through, the right click. Astral, Stampede, multicast. What skill from Yol. What RNG coming in. Kuroki, he's going to shatter up. He's done.
He's going to barely live with 20 HP.
And now the Exorcism. Now it's Virtus.Pro's turn to run at Secret. Silence. They're running into the base, past the Tier 3 tower. Centaur buys back, and now Virtus.Pro need to leave. G so low in health. Thunderstrike. They have nothing else. They do have Glimpse, I believe, in a couple of seconds. No, Kinetic Field popped up. G. Searing Shades, not enough. 25 HP. They turn around. They get the kill on BZZ. S4 still chasing. Remnants are up. He pops one forward. He still has another one. They're chasing after. Big Searing Shades. And Sidoi will fall to it with the right click. And obviously the Sleight of Fist coming in. Big buyback from Kuroki. Prevents any further dives. What the hell happened in that fight? Let's check out the fight recap and he'll tell us how it went. Well, pretty good for Virtus.Pro.
Yeah, it was actually quite good for Virtus.Pro. They get 3, a buyback is forced, and they only lose 2 in the end, but the Exorcism is on cooldown now, so... Well, that AA ult actually just completely misses.
Yeah, but Kuroki still has the trail on him, so he does have to be a bit careful. S4 the same.
They can't do this, actually.
They need everybody there. Medallion or not, this is too difficult.
Oh, they have a regen ring.
Do they really?
Yeah, maybe they can.
S4, in fact, does have one, but here comes BZZ. It is nighttime. It is just nighttime as well. Stampede, swap back out. Remnants kind of miss. Doesn't matter. Searing Chain's doing all the work that they need him to do, but still a live Thunderstrike. Now the Glimpse out. They finally get the kill. A lot of effort expended. They had to work out for that one. Misery, multicasted, silenced up. Wave of Terror, he's actually left out to dry. Can they save him? Team not looking to re-engage. Secret's already gone. They just
so they
leave
just
him.
stop the Roche attempt. They trade an offlaner for, I guess this is a carry Night Stalker, but not really having such an impact. He's actually 3, 9, and 10. So he's dead 9 times.
G is the highest priority target at this point. We can call him the carry, I think.
Yeah.
30 to 20. Secret have gone from an abysmal early game, yeah, to this kill-oriented game, and I don't know if it's really benefiting S4. Phase, Drum, and Perseverance.
They've just had more members in these early game engagements, and you know, VP with a couple of mistakes just allowed Secret completely back into this game.
Well, actually, S4's Battle Fury time, and considering what Phase Drum is not going to be that bad.
Yeah, it's probably going to be about a 23, 24-minute Battle Fury. It's quite good, actually, with the completed drums.
Do you still think Manta style for this hero at some point in time?
Yeah, I think so. Just because they have the silence from Krobs, so, and as well as the Night Stalker, I think it's quite good. BP are going to get this Roshan with the Exorcism.
Sleight of Fist, big fight, big Static Storm coming in. Stop from Kuroki, double edge onto 2. They will take 2 down, but that's the Aegis going through. Swap out onto 1 Puppy. He'll be the target now. Crypt Swarm glimpse back onto somebody, I'm not sure. Magic Missile, Puppy's going to solo kill Jottam. Big kill for him. A support for 2. Now, Thunderstrike, no glimpse available for 7 seconds now. Remnant back in. S4 looking for Yol, misses the Searing Chains, but the Stomp is there from Kuroki to follow up with his teammate Macropyre. Now the Stomp comes in from the side of the Elder Titan. They lose Kuroki, but they've got 4 heroes. The only hero alive is G. He's going to phase away. He's got Remnant. He's got, obviously, a Searing Chains, but will not continue to chase. The Astral goes through. They're not going to go any further than that. And Roche, unfortunately, was taken, so Secret can't transition this into anything. But again, another good fight going their way.
Yeah, they really need this BKB onto G, and he finally picks it up. These fights are going to be a lot different now. I think the complexion with the BKB onto G, it's going to make these fights very, very different. He's just getting blown up in the Static Storm, and then he gets Hoof Stomp double-edged. And it's so much burst damage that you just can't handle it right now. But now that he has his BKB, this first BKB usage with the level 16 ultimate, which he now has, is going to be pretty important if VP are going to have a chance to come back into this game.
Evil's BKB. We've talked often about how the item choice is BKB now, but sorry, go ahead.
Honestly, VP aren't too far behind if we go ahead and take a look at gold. They're only about 3,000 gold behind. About, 6,000 experience. That's not too big of a deal because you win 1 team fight and you're pretty much even in experience. And I think the majority of that is just Jottam being only level 8 on this support AA.
I think the major difference between this game with the Night Stalker and the last game is BZZ in the aggro tri lane didn't get enough done, wasn't able to get the kills, and he's sitting only at a Vanguard urn in comparison to, I think, a Maelstrom and maybe more in the last game for S4.
Yeah, it Midas as well.
But That's true. No Midas coming out for BZZ. Jotun gets glimpsed back. Free kill. They're going to chase after Puppey, though. Yule Scepter, Stampede, they're going to try to get him away, but he's silenced up, forced out of the Ice Path. Not going to matter. They blow the Exorcism, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains catches him in place. S4 and Misery back up to the high ground. Tier 2 tower going to get assaulted. Glimpse coming back in. Is that on to G? He pops the BKB. He could have done it beforehand. Now the Earth Splitter going through. They don't have the right click to deal with G right now. They have to wait until this BKB is done. So they're just going to wait it out, let the tier 2 tower go. They will glyph it, however. G's BKB now on cooldown. Duration's done. Kinetic Field onto Sidoi again. Static Storm onto 2. Sidoi should fall here. Looks like he will. No follow-up. TP home from G. He'll make it out. Glimpse coming back in. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was actually onto Yol. It's tough keeping track of these men. And they get the kill.
Yep. And they... Sure, they get the tier 2 tower there, but I don't think they got enough out of that first BKB usage on the Death Prophet. They forced him to BKB, and then they just sort of ran away. And there's not too much VP can do at this point when they just run away. They really need to catch someone in this Yules from Jakiro and then, you know, lock him down and kill him. But it has to be one of these high priority targets. You know, maybe the Ember Spirit or the Centaur.
Can't be Puppey anymore.
No.
Although, they've done a good job of killing Puppey when he's out, but... I mean, Puppey's job is to die, a martyr, essentially. If he's swapped, then he's fine with it for the most part. You'd like to Wave of Tear consistently over the fight, but dying for the team, he'll take one every time. S4 now with the Battle Fury. Next item, maybe the Mantis Style. Might see a crit first. And other than that, those are the two items I can think of at this point in time for S4.
I think it's going to be a Mantis style. And then we'll see a Daedalus. If the game goes that far, at least. Or long.
I got a feeling it will, my friend. I don't...
Yeah, I think this game's going to go late.
Still a lot of tier 2s left on the map. Actually, just the one in the mid for Secret, but...
It's so hard. I mean, even if they can get this mid tower, it's so hard to go high ground against the heroes that Secret have.
Puppey is trying to go in.
He's in a lot of trouble.
Now, he swapped BZZ, and actually they're going to kill the Night Stalker, and they might get more. S4, Remnant to the high ground, does get Ice Path, Macro Power, but Flame Guard helping out a bit. Dual Breath, Remnant comes back in. Yol gets stomped up coming in. Sidoi still getting chased down, but Yol is going to be the sacrificial lamb. G on the backside, Exorcism, he has BKB as well. Big Ice Path coming through. They might get 3 kills here. Secret have lost 3 already. Misery is going to be the 4th to fall as well. John him juking and jiving, but... Alliteration aside, they do get those 4 kills. Maybe the 5th. Kuroki has blinked away. He is in the trees, TPing out. Ice Path too late. Too quick on the trigger from Kuroki to TP out.
Really nice fight, though, coming out from VP. I think it was a bit ambitious for Puppey to swap there. His teammates were not really in the best position to aid in that kill, and it ends up costing him his life, and then the rest of Secret, you know, come to help, but VP do an excellent job rotating all of their heroes there to make it a 5 versus 4 and end up with the... Who did they lose there? They lost the Ogre. Was it just the Ogre, actually? So
Ogre and Night
only
Stalker.
losing 1 for 3.
Night Stalker,
Ogre,
too.
Night Stalker. Okay, so it's a 2 for 4, sorry. Because Puppey died as well.
Most deaths ever for a Night Stalker was 12 by Smash versus Sna. That seems low.
He's approaching the 12... Well, I mean... It's a core hero. Usually core heroes don't die that much. It's usually the supports that end up becoming feeders.
Well, can he avoid it? BZZ, buddy. You've been playing well so far this series. This is not your game. And G's been doing work.
He definitely needs this BKB. Just to mitigate a lot of the damage that comes out from Secret.
Does he have anything else? He's sitting on this Ogre Cult for a while.
Yeah,
Vanguard Urn has not been treating him well.
Misery is actually getting insanely farmed on this Elder Titan. Has a Force Staff and an Ultimate Orb. That's pretty crazy.
You say surprised after the second game where he was also outstandingly farmed.
I guess he had a Dagon 5. Like, if we look at net worth, is he highest?
Misery?
No, he's 3rd on his team. I meant on his team.
He's close to...
But he's only 3,000 behind his highest, which is Kuroki.
The BKB Force Blink is doing some work, and obviously the 2,000 gold in
that is actually because Kuroki has 17 kills. Wow.
Didn't see that one. All right, well...
I didn't actually realize he had this many kills. Because I looked at the CS and I was like, well, Misery must be quite high on the net worth, especially with the Midas, but Kuroki actually just has 17 kills.
You talked about the Blink Dagger doing work. You were not wrong. Is Puppy dead again?
Yeah.
All signs point to yes. Goodbye. It's the worst way to die. Crypt Storm straight to your face. Straight to the dome. G is now unstoppable. Picking up his heart. It is flying out to him. This game's a lot closer than I think we've made it out to be.
Yeah.
As now G, that he has the heart, he has the Yules with Exorcism level 3. This is a tough fight for Secret to take, especially 4 versus 5. This tower should probably fall. I don't think they need Exorcism to kill this one.
Yeah, they aren't going to use it for this tower.
Oh, Kuroki whiffs the Blink Stomp. The other Stomp comes in from the Astral. That does hit. Ice
That's
Path.
a dangerous play.
No Tail TP's in very aggressively.
I mean, had he got Yules right there, he would have just fallen and been forced to buyback. Does he have buyback? Yeah, he does. Actually, he has a BKB, so never mind.
This is where we
but he would have been
buyback.
forced to pop the BKB.
All the 3 cores on the side of Secret do have buyback. Everyone else in the game, nope.
Yeah. It looks like VP don't really want to take this fight anymore.
Well, Roche is up soon, so regardless, they're going to maybe take a fight soon. Whether it's at Roche, whether it's at a tier 2 tower. Is there dire vision around here? I don't think so. Nope. Scepter on a Kuroki. Darkness pop. There's going to be the Void. Force out. Nicely done there from himself.
Yeah, the kinetic field as well, breaking up that fight. Roshan is up, and VP do kill it extremely fast.
Literally no vision coming out from Secret. They have nothing on the map except for in their lane and in their jungle, so...
Yeah. VP have no interest in doing Roshan against the heroes from Secret, though. Like, an Ember plus Elder Titan is not a hero
no, thank
want to
you.
be sitting in Roche against.
No, sir, I will not have an Astral Spirit in my face. Just kidding. Let's get him, guys. Exorcism goes.
It's because they see heroes top.
It's immediate TP reactions. Well, at least for Secret. For Puppy. Doesn't matter. Exorcism was popped. This hero dies too fast. Or rather, Roshan dies too fast. And that's an Aegis for G now. So, Virtus.Pro. They're looking like they might take this 3rd game now. It's been back and forth. You can't... I don't want to say any one team has the advantage here, but with G as farmed as he is, S4 is going to have to step his game up.
I mean, I think you still favor Secret in going into the late game, I think, because they have extremely difficult high ground defense to break with the Elder Titan as well as the Ember Spirits. But I mean, if Ember doesn't get farmed enough.
Oh, Kuroki misses
really
his
nice
stomp.
force step.
Stampede goes. Magic Missile, Yule Scepter keeping him up and alive. Kinetic Field, Ice Blast flying through, misses completely. Axe is now done for Yule, by the way. S4 getting chased down. Silenced up.
Daytime.
Daytime comes through. Darkness, I believe, is done. Glimpse back onto G. They don't want to chase further. Maybe they do. Swap. No! Puppy! They miscommunicate in BZZ. Now the Kinetic Field. He's the target, but where is the rest of the damage coming through? Kuroki, now the right click. The Wave of Terror. Armor reduction is going. They're in charge. BKB for Kuroki. He really wants to fight this. They still have the Aegis. Exorcism down for 63 seconds. Yole's going to be the first to die. The first fatality. S4, he's dead as hell. Does have a buyback. I don't think he has a remnant. Still, big kinetic field from No-Tail. Sleight of Fist. There's the Aegis gone. They get BZZ as well. In fact, they get all 5. The only hero alive is G. He has to pop the BKB. He's got to sprint away. Misery, 4-staff forward. Kuroki, he's got stopped in a couple of seconds. Big silence, though. S4 searing chains. Will he get it? He perfectly times the BKB. Just came down. Stomp comes in. G's going to die twice. He does have buyback. His Exorcism is up in 29 seconds. What can they get off the back end of this? A tier 2 tower thus far. Anything further, we'll see. The only person with buyback for Virtus.Pro is going to be your Death Prophet, and that may be enough. We'll see. Secret goes to the high ground.
That's a very strange decision for VP to engage that fight. They had the BKB on Night Stalker, it just wasn't on his hero yet. It flew out in the courier mid-fight when Night Stalker only had about 400 HP left, and at the same time they had no Exorcism available. Sure, you have the Aegis, but DP's damage is just completely tied into his ultimate, or her ultimate, and you know, VP, they just did not have the damage potential in that fight to be taking such a fight.
And that was with a couple of miscues from Secret as well, at least one.
And against an Aegis, and they still win.
The one issue, though, for Secret is that they get only a tier 3 tower, They don't force out the buyback coming from the Death Prophet. Exorcism is now up again. So all of these things plus the negative scepter for Yol. And while Secret win a fight 5 to say 2, I think I didn't check out the recap. It's still an okay position for Virtus.Pro. Not ideal, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, sure, in terms of net worth, it's only 5,000, but
Sadoy.
Is Misery? Yeah, Misery is, I think,
Ice
just
Path.
dead here.
Silence, Macropire, goodbye. Not a bad pickup. Third and net
It is
worth.
worth noting S4 does not have buyback right now, so if they can find a pickup on S4, maybe that is their opportunity to get something done right now. What is Kuroki? Looks like he's going towards a heart, so he's going to get extremely tanky as well as increasing that return damage.
All right, Kuroki goes in. Double edge, creep wave. Let's just push this out a bit. Stomp and get some farm casually. Brad's CPing out. Brad doesn't want to be a part of any ganks. However, Virtus.Pro, they weren't going for Brad. They were going for the mid-tier 1 tower. Exorcism's available. Do they get greedy and hold it, or do they just pop it for the tier 2? Glyph's available. They're not using it yet. They're probably... Oh, there it goes. And Exorcism's still ready to go. And look at the smoke, the wraparound. BZZ. BKB finally done. I don't know if he had in that last fight, but regardless, the split push is real. As look at S4. Does he have a TP? He absolutely does. Meanwhile, Kuroki's got to jump in, but there's the BKB from G. Exorcism, Yule Scepter up on No Tail, swap out from Puppy. And they just blow him up. The multicast is too much, and now they're overrunning the base, the tier 3 tower. Glimpse back onto G. No BKB. Static Storm. Can they take him down? Earth Splitter off the mark. Sleight of Fist goes. BKB for Kuroki. They take him down. He is dead. No usage of that Exorcism. Has buyback. Sadoy is very low. Multicast coming through. They take down 3. They're pushing into the base. They TP home at least 1, but Yol's going to fall. The only one to live is BZZ. He's at the top lane. He's trying to push this out. And again, G dives too far, uses the BKB too early. And Secret hold. They patiently wait, and they take him down with a well-timed glimpse. Again from No Tail.
Yeah. I'm not sure that he used the BKB too early. I mean, he did dodge the stun from the center, the initial one, but you know, at the same time, after that BKB's cooldown, he also used the Yules offensively. So once the BKB ran out, he was in a terrible position. He just got glimpsed back into a static storm, kinetic field, and then it was an easy follow-up from Kuroki on the centaur to just double-edge stun him, and then the rest was history.
Ice Blast, Kuroki. Well, he's fine. Top lane, S4 going for BZZ. Silence goes in. No Manta Style. He bought the crystals, by the way. We talked about Manta Style, but not going to be his choice. That is a long duration silence, by the way. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, Hex onto BZZ. Astral, Stomp, Aura should be there, but they missed the Stomp. But they will get Kuroki to come in and right-click him down. And the double with the Sleight of Fist. 3 heroes dead, and they will take this melee Rax top lane. Multicast, Kuroki's too damn tanky. It's a tanky bad boy, the Centaur Warrunner. Coming in, BZZ, bought back. BKB, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, and Kuroki TP's out like it ain't no thing. Misery going to work, but he's going to get killed as well. Misery for a couple of heroes and a melee Rax. Secret chipping away bit by bit, and Virtus.Pro's defenses are starting to crumble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they do end up losing the top Rex. I still think there's a little bit of fight left in VP. You know, if they can just get that perfect fight with the Exorcism, get one of these key priority targets into an ice path, then maybe there's still a chance for them to blow some of these heroes up, especially S4, who does not have buyback. He's getting chased down by BZZ.
Yeah, but they had no follow-up. BZZ went too early, and S4, no matter how long that silence duration is, they need all of those heroes there because BZZ doesn't do nearly enough damage on his own.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if BZZ was more from this game, it'd be a little different.
No. Shoulda, coulda, woulda for BZZ. G pops the BKB, Exorcism, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains doesn't really do much as the BKB continues to go. Static Storm, kind of wasted swap. Now the BKB is done. Hex is up, Force out. What a Sleight of Fist crit coming in. My God, S4, he might have just won the game there. Jesus. He's chasing after BZZ as well, who pops his BKBs. Please, sir, no, I don't want to get Searing Chains. It's too late. He's going to get right-clicked down. 4 dead. Virtus.Pro. They've lost so many fights in a row that it just seems like at this point they're grasping at straws. And Secret now, with no Exorcism to worry about, no buyback for the Night Stalker. I mean,
look at the damage done. Ember did 6,396 damage.
That Daedalus came at the right time.
He crit, I think, on 2 of those hits, and they were all cleaving, so that was pretty insane.
Jeez. Tier 2 tower, the last one. Nope, just kidding. There's a Tier 2 tower bottom. But, well, the top racks at least is gone for Virtus.Pro. And the Ancient Apparition Johnum is doing what he can, trying to push out bottom. He'll TP back home now. Tier 2 mid is going to take a spell. They're going to push in effigies, moonwells, other small hubs and buildings. They're not long for this world. Any families living inside them need to vacate the homes immediately. Ice Blast sailing through into the mid lane. Gadish! Now that actually didn't do that much damage at all. S4 Searing Chains, Yol's pushed back for the time being, and 2 Raxes for Secret. They can't get the third because of the Tier 2 bottom, but they can go for the Tier 4s if they so choose. However, heroes are coming back in. Yol's hexed up, Stomp coming through, BKB for Kuroki. Wow, that damage onto Jotum. Jotum's double-edged, right-click from Kuroki. Force up, gets the kill. Yol, he's getting chased down. Goodbye. S4, monster kill streak. Mid-Rax finally finished off. Static Storm, BZZ, Sidoi just get blown up. Swap back out. Jotum just bought back. Goodbye. Dieback coming in. Ice Blast, Macro Power, Dual Breath does kill Puppey. He's the only one dead currently. Actually, Ember does fall. S4 went down. G's back in. Exorcism is up in 13 seconds, but No Tail silenced up. He can TP away. Instead, he chooses to man fight onto G. And they kill 4, but the damage is already done. They actually team wipe Secret. But at what cost?
Yeah. Yeah, I think this one is in the books finally. There's not really much for VP to do at this point. They're not tanky enough to survive the Ember nukes, and they're just getting outscaled by the heroes from Secret. The Elder Titan plus Ember is just too much for them to handle at this point. I mean, they are getting a refresher on G. That's actually a big item pickup if you can get a double. If you can get a double full duration exorcism off, I mean, there is a chance you can win a team fight off of that. But I mean, they're all gonna have buybacks. So
the double BKB is going to be absolutely crucial, and yeah, they will all have buybacks. Disruptor has it in 36 seconds. Misery will not have it for another 3.5 minutes plus 400 gold. So there it is. If G dies, the game is more than likely over. And the death push down mid comes for Virtus.Pro. The only move that you can make when you're this far behind. They're going for it all. The Hail Mary. Aghanim Scepter for Virtus.Pro. Puppey melts. He's going to have to walk out of the Macro Pyre. Unfortunately, so slow that it doesn't matter. G pops the Exorcism. Raxes might fall here. Okay, Virtus.Pro. The beginnings of a comeback. Still down for 13 seconds. Is going to be S4. He doesn't seem to be too concerned. No buyback yet. He probably will just wait to respawn. 1 Rax down. They're going to move to the top Tier 3 tower. And now the real question is, can they take 2 Raxes? That'll be the issue. G has BKB. Static Storm going. Yield Scepter goes up. BKB. G can't get it off.
Oh, he didn't BKB.
No Tail has an Aghanim Scepter. That's what's happening. He's actually dead. And that probably just wins them the game. No Tail just kind of says quietly, hey, guys, I have an Axe. Don't even worry about it. Misery chasing down Jotum. There's the Hex coming in from your offlane Elder Titan. 4 down. Virtus.Pro. Again, the death push mid. Well, it was exactly that. They died.
Yep. I didn't actually realize that he had an Ags on that Disruptor.
I don't think anybody did. At least not you or I.
And yep, that's going to be the end of Game 3 in this series. So now Secret are going to have a 2-game-to-1 advantage, and might be looking to close out the series in the next game.
That could be an interesting one for Virtus.Pro. We talked about the safe lane, or rather, aggressive tri-lane Night Stalker.
Well, you know, it wasn't even so much that, because they actually ended up winning all 3 of the lanes. They just got a little bit impatient with their advantage. And they didn't wait for Exorcism cooldown enough, and they sort of, I mean, you could call it a throw. I know they felt under pressure because of the heroes that Secret have, especially the Elder Titan with Ember Spirit combination.
Regardless.
So they did feel that psychological pressure knowing that they got outscaled going towards that late game, but they just pushed a little too hard. I think had they played it, slowed the game down a little bit, just farm their own jungle, get the wards up, and then go 5-man instead of constantly getting picked off all over the map by this Ember Spirit and Centaur, then I think they would have had a much stronger chance at winning this game.
Virtus.Pro will go down, and Team Secret, your proverbial favorites here, no doubt, take the victory. They're up 2-1. They need one more victory to secure their trip to the grand finals against Virtus.Pro Polar. Virtus.Pro, they've got to figure something out in this next game and bring it to a 5th game. Again, this is DotaPit. Thank you so much for joining us. We will take another quick break. As always, if you've enjoyed the cast, make sure you guys check us out on Twitter, at MottDota for myself, at MottPax for our Statsman, MottPax, and of course, at F4LDota for my co-caster, F4L. Show him some love. And obviously, guys, make sure you check out twitter.com/DotaPit. We also have a couple of giveaways, specifically a 2x PA Arcana giveaway. 2 PA Arcanas to give away from DotaPit. Check it out at twitter.com/DotaPit. They have all of the information there. Make sure you head over to the website at DotaPit.com for more information on the tournament as well, standings included, and what it took to get here. So, for now, for all of us at High Ground TV, we'll take a break. We'll jump into potentially our last game of the day in just a moment. Stay with us, guys. See you soon.